Hello everyone and welcome to Nostalgic PlayStation Games, where today we are going to go over my current game collection of classic PlayStation 1 and PS2 games that I've amassed so far for the month of February. And I'm going to do this type of video every single month, so if you're interested in this type of video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see it every single month. Now, the first one we're going to go over is one of my favorites. It is Ratchet and Clank going Commando. This is the second Ratchet and Clank game. I'm still working on finding a decent price for the very first original Ratchet and Clank, but this game really, I have a lot of memories with this game, and it's really good still to this day. It's still a great story, great weapons, great customization on the weapons. It's fantastic. Now, moving on to another great classic that's set in that same universe, we have Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. And Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal is the third game of the series. Again, like I said, I'm still waiting for the first one to find a decent price for this one. But Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal was the one that set everything apart. This was the staple for the series, and I don't think any game after that really came close to this one. It had the most weapons, it had the best storyline, everything was great about this. They did everything right. Now, moving on to the next game, we have Cabela's Dangerous Hunt from Activision. Now this game, I don't remember it a whole lot. I know it was absolutely fun. It was very cool back in the day because animals kind of followed you around the map. Your scent went in the wind. It was really realistic for the time. Now, I played it a little bit. It hasn't aged that well, but it's still a very good game. It's still really highly recommended, and it's really cheap. I got this for like $5 off Amazon, I believe. I got this for $5 off of eBay, so it's still very cheap. Now, the next on the list we have is arguably one of the best racers on the PlayStation 2, and it is Need for Speed Underground 2. Need for Speed Underground 2 actually opened up the entire map to everyone. This is the start of the open world scene in Need for Speed history. Everybody that I knew thought it was Most Wanted, but that was incorrect because it was Underground 2 that started the open city maps and doing all the open races and everything else. Now, the next game is a PlayStation 1 greatest hits. It is 2 Extreme. This is a fairly fast-paced sports type racing game. The flagship, like, vehicles are on the front cover here: skateboard, rollerblades, bikes, snowboards. And I got this for $5. It still holds up decently. It's not the best by far. I was never really good at it when I was a kid playing it, and I'm still not that great, but it's still a fun to pick up and play type of game for two players. Now, moving back to the PlayStation 2 games, we have another one of my favorites, and it is Lego Star Wars, the video game, the very first Lego Star Wars game to come out on the PS2. I got this for a little less than $7. This is where I got started kind of really getting into Star Wars because, I watched episode 1 in theaters, I believe, growing up, and it was really fun. And then this game came out, and we always rented it from Blockbuster, me and my brother, so this was also always one of the best times. This is the game that we've been playing on the channel recently. So, yeah, this is a very good pickup. This was $7, so it's well worth the money. Now, the next thing we have one of my favorite sport games, if not my favorite sports games on the PS2 era, and it is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup by EA Games and Warner Brother Games. And this is, what do you expect? It's a Quidditch game back set in the Harry Potter universe, the main flagship sport of the series. And you get to play all these awesome matches. You get to play for the House Cup, and then you get to move on for the World Cup and play with, U.S., Bulgaria, Japan, Spain, all these awesome stuff. You can get to collect all the cards throughout your matches, and once you get them, you get more specials, and you can customize your specials what you want. It's really fantastic. I remember spending weekends just playing this away, constantly playing this, getting all the cards. It was amazing, and it still holds up really well today. It's such a great game. Now, going into the next game, we have Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, and this game was a little less than $6 at my local store. And Gran Turismo 3, I honestly didn't play that much of it. I played the original, and then I kind of skipped through 2 and 3 a lot. I didn't really get too much into the Gran Turismo games until the next one, which was 4. But I'm really looking forward to playing this on the channel and seeing what all the hype is for it. Speaking of the next iteration, though, when I bought my PlayStation 2 console, they didn't check to see if there was a game in there or not. So that brings us to Gran Turismo 4. I know it's not in a case. I don't have a case for it since it was in the system. But regardless, Gran Turismo 4 was the game that I would completely, dive into. That's really got me into cars and being able to recognize cars on the street as, at 10, 11 years old, I'd be able to tell what cars were on the road because of knowing all the stuff that, Gran Turismo 4, how intricate the game is. It's just really, really amazing for a driving simulator. This was by far my favorite racing game on the entire library of PS2 games, if you can call it a racing game, since it's a simulator. It's not an arcade racer, but it's a driving simulator. So this one was really surprising, and I loved having it inside the system already when I bought it. Also, when I picked up my PlayStation 2 system, they had Final Fantasy X-2 by itself. This is a very old GameStop case. It was $5 though, give or take. Yeah, it's like $4.95 for this one, and it was in really good condition, so I decided to pick it up for Final Fantasy X-2 because honestly, I didn't like X-2 when I first played it, but I'm gonna retry it again. I have full copies, complete copies of 10 and X-2 coming from eBay. That was like $10 for both of them, so I'm waiting for that, and that will be played on the channel eventually as well. But moving on to the next game, we have Final Fantasy XII on the PS2, and this game, it got a lot of flack back in the day, surprisingly, that it was just ridiculously hard, and people didn't like the layout of the MMO style, bringing it from 11 into 12 for single player, and it was just a lot of backlash from it. That's why they created the Zodiac Age of this for the next, well, I guess last gen technically, for the PS2 games, and this plays fantastically. The outside rim here doesn't look the best, but the disc itself looks really, really good. There's like hardly anything on that, but I'm looking forward to playing this as well after X-2 because I never really got into the story. I played maybe 4 hours of it, and I just kind of burned out of it. I didn't like it. It was just too weird for me. But now I'm more matured. I played this when I was like 12, I think. 12 or 13, so I'm looking forward to get back into Final Fantasy 12 again. Now, here's another one of my favorite racing games. It's not the best by far, but it is NASCAR 07, and this one introduced the new, right there, it says new handling effects. This was less than $6. But what really was really nice about this was it offered you the chance to be able to work with teammates for once in the game, and you could help people block you, kind of like Need for Speed Carbon style. and it's in really good condition too for the disc. I was pretty surprised by it, but as far as racing games goes, this was definitely one of my favorite NASCAR games that came out. The Thunder games were good, but then this was kind of like the next evolution of NASCAR Thunder to me personally, and I'm really excited to play a couple of races on here. Now, my last game I'm going to be talking about, this will end the collection so far. It is Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. And this is by Pandemic Games and LucasArts as the publisher. And this game was revolutionary back in the day. Like, you could literally do whatever you wanted in terms of blowing stuff up. You get money for being a mercenary. You blow stuff up, you get more money. That way, you can get more weapons, more vehicles, more missiles, bombs, whatever. And this was a very, very cool design for the time being. What does it say here? It says 2005 and 2006. So I was very, very young when this came out, and I got it like, when I was like maybe 14 or 15. It was a little bit, older at the time, maybe like, about 4 or 5 years, but it was really, really cool seeing that. Like, I mean, right here it even says you can free to go anywhere, destroy anything, and blow the crap out of everything. This was like the ultimate kids playground, was just blowing stuff up, and it was fantastic. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection so far of my PS2 games. I'm going to try to do this, like I said, I'm not going to try. I'm going to, at the end of every month, on the last day, I'm going to do a video showing what I've gotten so far, new games and all that. So I hope you guys liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys. We're going to be continuing the LEGO Star Wars gameplay this week, so go ahead and look forward to that, and then we'll move on to something else. Maybe let me know in the comments what games you guys want to see next out of this collection that you want me to start, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, until next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.